everybody, what's good? This is that boy George Malachi Williams, and you are now tuned to New Media Today USA. Let's go. All right, everybody, look. Man, listen, I'm still pissed off, teed off about what Blue Balls Sports TV said that Deontay Wilder is our Muhammad Ali of today. He is our Ali. When you say our Ali, which our are you talking about? Oh, I know. He meant to say the LDBC and their fanboys Muhammad Ali. But listen, man, that was blasphemy for you to even put Deontay Wilder's name in the same sentence as Muhammad Ali. But let's not even go that far with it, right? I got a list of 21 heavyweights, former heavyweights from back in the day that would have annihilated Deontay Wilder in probably like 2-3 rounds or whatever the case may be. Because these fighters, you will agree, were some damn champions and they were some bad boys. Even some of the fighters that is on this list that were not champions would have took out Beyonce Wilder with ease. Let's get my pad because it's too many for me to name. Number one, and I shouldn't have started out with this one because it's really not fair. But number one, Larry Holmes. Now, Larry Holmes had the best jab in boxing to this day. He had one of the best jabs out of all of the heavyweights that I've ever seen. He was known for his jab. Larry Holmes used to whoop fighters just based on his jab alone. He would jab the ish out of you. You couldn't handle a Tyson Fury jab, Deontay Wilder, so we know what Larry Holmes would have did to you. Larry Holmes had 19 title defenses. 19. He lost his 20th when he fought Michael Spinks. Okay, Joe Frazier. Smoking Joe Frazier would have annihilated you. Easy. Definitely. Left hook Joe Frazier. He would have been coming in there bobbing and weaving like he normally do. Put that Philly shell on you. Come up with that Philly shell. And when he came back up, left hook. You wouldn't have did anything with Joe Frazier. Another former champion. Now, let's see. Ken Norton. The guy who was famously known for breaking Muhammad Ali's jaw. Ali got his jaw broke in the first fight with Ken Norton, and he fought all the way, I think they fought either 12 or 15 rounds. He lasted the whole entire fight, damn near with a broke jaw, fighting Ken Norton. Ken Norton definitely would have broke your jaw. You couldn't handle Tyson Fury, the man who you said had pillow fists. You couldn't handle him in the first fight, nor the second fight when he stopped you. So we know you wouldn't have been able to do nothing with Ken Norton. Number 4, Leon Spinks. Now, Leon Spinks is famously known for beating Muhammad Ali in the late 70s when Ali was older. And Leon Spinks only had 8 or 9 professional fights. He beat Ali in an upset. Leon Spinks would have whooped you because he would have outworked you. He would have been all in your chest just putting them hammer knockers on you. Leon Spinks, Hall of Famer, would have did that to you. So I don't name 4 Hall of Famers so far. Larry Holmes, Joe Frazier, Ken Norton, and Leon Spinks. But let's go to another fighter who was a former champ, Trevor Berbick. Why do I name Trevor Berbick? Well, Trevor Berbick did beat Ali when Ali was 75 years old, but that's neither here nor there. Trevor Berbick would have whooped you, Beyonce Wilder. That's another fighter who would have whooped you, a former champion. Let's see, Mike Tyson. I don't even want to bring up Iron Mike. It's really not that fair. Iron Mike would have destroyed you. He would knock you out either with the left hand or the right hand. He would have broke your ribs. He would have caught you with an uppercut. He would have caught you with a left hook or a right hook. A jab. However you want to get it, Tyson would have gave it to you. I don't even want to bring him up, to be honest with you. Earnie Shavers was a hard-hitting mofo. Earnie Shavers would have destroyed you. This guy fought Muhammad Ali. He fought, I think he fought Larry Holmes. He fought George Foreman. He would have destroyed you. You know, back then it was kind of like the golden era of boxing, heavyweight boxing. You're talking about the 60s, the 70s, and the 80s was the golden era. And then even in the 90s, they had another wave of the golden era with Holyfield and Lennox Lewis and Tyson and what's the dude name? The white boy, Morrison. I forgot his name. Last name, Tommy Morrison. You know, even Foreman came back in the 90s. You know, in the 80s, and he was a champion in the 90s. Michael Moore. That's neither here nor there. You wouldn't have did anything with Trevor Berbick. With Earnie Shavers. You wouldn't have did anything with Earnie Shavers. Let's look at Mike Weaver. Was another former champ. You wouldn't have did anything with Mike Weaver. Y'all look up Mike Weaver. Mike Weaver was a bad boy in his time. Let's see, Gerry Cooney. Now, Gerry Cooney, he was was a white guy from I think he was from the UK, not from the UK. I forgot what Gerry Cooney was from the United States. I think he was Irish. You know what I mean? Gerry Cooney was famously known for giving Larry Holmes some of his toughest fights. You see what I'm saying? But Gerry Cooney would have whooped you. He would have whooped Beyonce Wilder. You might have had a little better time with Gerry Cooney, but I picked Gerry Cooney to whoop you. You see what I'm saying? I had to throw him in there. Let's see. Tim Witherspoon, better known for his left hook. No, better known for his overhand right. That's Joe Frazier, better known for the left hook. But overhand right, Tim Witherspoon, he was good with that overhand right. He would have caught you with that overhand right and put Beyonce to sleep. You ain't got no legs. You ain't got no legs. You see what I'm saying? Blue, this is for you, Blue. Let's see. Carl the Truth Williams. Carl the Truth Williams wasn't a champion, but he would have whooped Beyonce Wilder. Easy. George Foreman. George Foreman was a monster. When he came out of the Olympics with the gold in the late 60s, and when he came out of when he won, he destroyed Frazier, he destroyed Norton, he destroyed all of the fighters that Ali had trouble with. So when he fought Ali, everybody picked Foreman to do the same thing to Ali. Ali whooped him in the Rumble in the Jungle. We know what happened with that. But George Foreman would have destroyed you. The young George Foreman would have destroyed you, and the old George Foreman, when he came back from retirement, would have destroyed you. You see what I'm saying? Evander, the real deal, Holyfield. Oh, we know Holyfield would have outworked you. He had a granite chin, he could take a punch, and he would have put them hammer lockers on your ass. Holyfield was an excellent pocket fighter. He was good with fighting in the pocket, and he had a good inside fight game. He knew how to roll with punches and come back and with punches of his own. He was excellent, especially when you watch those fights with him and Riddick Bowe. Oh, that's another guy, Riddick Bowe. I didn't even put Riddick Bowe name on this list, but I just thought about it. Riddick Bowe would have destroyed you. Riddick Bowe, Big Daddy Bowe from Brooklyn, New York, he would have told you a new asshole. Okay, Lennox Lewis. Now, I didn't like Lennox Lewis when he was a champion because he was very, to me, he was kind of arrogant and he had a pompous attitude. So I didn't really like Lennox Lewis. I didn't like him. He was a heavyweight champion. I didn't like him now. I don't really, dig him too tough now. I mean, I like him a little bit better now. But I can't take anything from Lennox Lewis. He did train with one of my favorite trainers, Emmanuel Stewart, and he trained from the famous Crunk Gym, and he had a monster jab. Lennox Lewis would have jabbed you to death, and he had power. Lennox Lewis would have destroyed you. Now, let's see. Wladimir Klitschko. Now, you ran from Klitschko. You had an opportunity to fight Wladimir Klitschko. You and Klitschko had... what? Y'all had the same manager, Shelly Feakle. Shelly Feakle kept you away from Klitschko. You used to spar with Klitschko. And guess what? He would have destroyed you. Klitschko, what? Had the title. He had 20 title defenses. You see what I'm saying? He's a future Hall of Famer himself. Vatali Klitschko would have told you a new asshole. You see, he the one sent Lennox Lewis in retirement. Even though Lennox Lewis was losing on all scorecards when he fought Wladimir Klitschko, they stopped the fight because Wladimir Klitschko had a cut on his eye. Lennox Lewis did cut him real bad, but he was, even with that cut, Lennox Lewis was losing on all three judges' scorecards. He was supposed to rematch him, he never did. Wladimir Klitschko would have whooped your ass. Both Klitschko's brothers would have whooped your ass. You didn't fight him. And you was a pro around the same time they was boxing and you didn't want to fight neither one of them. So cut it out. Oliver McCall would have told you a new asshole. He's famously known for beating Lennox Lewis. And then, he had a meltdown in the rematch when he fought Lennox Lewis. Think it was something wrong with him. But Oliver McCall would have destroyed you also. Ray Mercer. Ray Boom Boom Mercer, knock him out the box. Mercer, ex-military guy, started boxing late. Ray Mercer was a bad boy. He was known for having a granite chin. He can take a punch. Ray Mercer would have destroyed Beyonce Wilder. You see what I'm saying? Ron Lyle. Oh my God. Ron Lyle had one of the heaviest, had one of the hardest hitting heavyweights ever. You see what I'm saying? He was a bad boy. Him and Earnie Shavers, him and Earnie Shavers was the real deal, Holyfield. Ron Lyle would have destroyed you. A lot of these fighters I'm naming came up in Ali's era. So since you're bringing up Ali, blue bloods, blue balls, since you're bringing him up, I want to talk about forget Ali. I want to talk about fighters in Ali's era that would have destroyed Beyonce Wilder. Sorry about that, Deontay Wilder. Now, some of these fighters were late. Some of these fighters were not in Ali's era. Meaning they was around, but Ali was old when these fighters started taking off. But I still put them in this list anyways. Let's see. So Ron Lyle would have destroyed you. Joe Louis, the Brown Bomber. The guy who you stole your name from, calling yourself the Bronze Bomber. How dare you take the Brown Bomber bomber and tweak it and say the bronze bomber. There's nothing bomber about bronze. Even though you do have a hell of a knockout streak, I will give you that. But you're knocking out Uber drivers, YouTubers. You're knocking out now what's the other one name? Postmate drivers, taxi cab drivers. You're knocking bums off the street. You're knocking them out and padding your record. Shella and them did a good job. I'm not gonna lie to you now. They matched you up real well with fighters who were kind of like who really couldn't fight that well. You knocked them out. You whooped them. You did your thing. I can't take nothing from you. You did good for yourself. And you amassed a lot of money. I take no credit from you on that. You did a good job. But for you, Blue, to say that Beyonce Wilder is he's our Muhammad Ali, you was right. He is your Muhammad Ali. That's gonna show me you know nothing about boxing. Because for you to even say that, and you being from New York, and you saying that he is our Muhammad Ali, child to the please. He's not even Ken Norton. He's not even Trevor Berbick. He's not even Earnie Shavers. But anyways, let's go on. Now, and another champion that was from the UK, Frank Bruno. You wouldn't have whooped Frank Bruno. Frank Bruno would have whooped you down. Frank Bruno would have beat your ass. Beyonce Wilder, yes, he would have. Now, I just named 22 fighters because I added on Riddick Bowe in there. But really, it's 21 fighters that would have destroyed you. You see what I'm saying? Now, out of these 21 fighters, or the 22 that I named, 18 of them were champions. 18 of them were champions. Only 4 weren't champions. So the 4 that weren't champions, Earnie Shavers, he would have destroyed you. Carter Truth Williams, he would have destroyed you. Gerry Cooney, he would have destroyed you. And Lyle would have destroyed you. And they didn't even have a belt. They wasn't champions. They fought for titles, but they didn't win. They would have whooped you. You see what I'm saying? And guess what? Most of these fighters on here are Hall of Famers or future Hall of Famers. The 2 future Hall of Famers is Vladimir and Vatali Klitschko. These are 2 future Hall of Famers. They're going to the Hall of Fame. You see what I'm saying? Absolutely, they're going to the Hall of Fame. You see what I'm saying? So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 Hall of Famers that would have destroyed you. And then out of the Hall of Famers, the 2 future Hall of Famers, Wladimir Klitschko, would have destroyed you. That right there kills you right there. Forget Muhammad Ali, the great Muhammad Ali. Rest in peace, brother. The great Muhammad Ali. Let me put some respect on his name. Not respect it like Birdman say. Respect it. You see what I'm saying? We're going to put some respect on his name. Blue, what you did was a crime. If I was the police and if I was someone in Congress, which I don't like politicians, Democrat or Republican, both of them are wicked, evil, liars, deceptive, terrible people. But if I was a local politician working in the legislation, I would come up with a law that says that anybody from the LDBC that uses Muhammad Ali's name in vain and blasphemy, saying that Beyonce Wilder, a guy who twerks. Now, if you say that Deontay Wilder is better than Ali from a twerking standpoint, yes. He's better than Ali when it comes to twerking. He's better than Ali when it comes to lying. He's better than Ali when it comes to making excuses for why he got his bootay whooped. He's better than Ali in all of that. I give you that. But as it relates to boxing, so what? He defended his title more times than Ali. He fought taxi cab drivers. Listen, bro, let me tell you something. I can get with a promoter right now. I can get with Eddie Hearn right now. Eddie Hearn. Got Eddie Hearn on the phone. Eddie Hearn, what's up, baby? Yeah. Hey, listen, man, this George Malachi Williams. Hey, check it out, though. What I want to do, I'm finna come out of retirement, because I used to box back in my day, right, when I was a teenager. From 16, from 15 to 20, I used to box back in the day, right? I'm coming out of retirement. I want to fight, y'all hold on, I'm talking to Ed Hearn. I want to fight Anthony Joshua, right? But what we got to do, we got to build my record up. We got to find 10 bums that's coming out of the pubs in the UK that I can fight. I want to fight all of them within a year. 10 bums. We're going to pad my record. I'm going to knock all of them out, right? And then we're going to put me up in front of AJ. And then when I fight AJ, I might get knocked out. Well, I'm going to get knocked out. Get me some money. You see what I'm saying? That's what we're going to do. Now, I could have done that. You see what I'm saying? They fought you. They put 10 bombs in front of you, 20 bombs in front of you, 30 bombs in front of you, almost 40 bombs in front of you. They put in front of you, right? And then when you fought Tyson Fury, well, ta-da! Old ass Ortiz almost whooped you. And Ortiz is 75 years old. You see what I'm saying? Don't nobody know how old Ortiz is. But he's old and he's slow. We know this. He has slow footwork and everything. But Beyonce, I'm gonna give you some advice. Blue Blood Sports TV, I'm gonna give you some advice. For non-boxing ego, Dante's Race Baiting Nation, IKey TV, 7A Sports TV, I'm going to give y'all some advice. Drew the Titan, I'm going to give you busters some advice. Tell Beyonce Wilder to stay away from Andrew Ruiz. If he fights Andrew Ruiz, I promise you, it's good night Irene. You see what I'm saying? Y'all was rooting for Andrew Ruiz after he beat Anthony Joshua. And then you rooted for him again in the rematch, and Anthony Joshua beat the fat boy ass. What I will promise you is this. Since y'all was such huge Andrew Ruiz fans when he fought Anthony Joshua, hating on AJ, when he fights, or if he fights Beyonce Wilder, I want to see who you're going to choose then. I got my money on Andrew Ruiz. That's who I got my money on. Beyonce Wilder, Blue Blood Sports TV, since you seem like you are the representative of Beyonce, I'm sorry about that. I mean Deontay, because I want to kind of put some respect on his name. Respect it. You see what I'm saying? But it's kind of hard for me to respect a man, not respect. Respect with a K. It's kind of hard for me to respect a man who was twerking, who twerked, who was shaking his ass. You see what I'm saying? Just imagine if Muhammad Ali was twerking in the 60s and 70s. What would we think about him? I never seen Muhammad Ali twerk. I never seen Larry Holmes twerk. I never seen George Foreman twerk. I never seen Joe Frazier twerk. I never seen any of the Klitschko brothers twerk. I never seen Tyson twerk. Never seen Lennox Lewis twerk. Never seen Holyfield twerk. Hell, I never even seen Buster Douglas twerk. But guess what? We have seen Beyonce Wilder twerk. So for you to even sit back and say that Deontay Wilder, I mean the Bronze Bomber, aka he stole his name from the Brown Bomber, Joe Louis, for you to even sit back and say that Deontay Wilder is our Muhammad Ali, he would have had to do the things that Muhammad Ali has done. Every fighter that Muhammad Ali has fought, especially in the late 60s and 70s, especially in the early part of his career, when he beat what's my guy name he knocked out? Sonny Liston. I didn't even put Sonny Liston on the list. But we ain't gonna even talk about Sonny Liston. You wouldn't even whoop him either. That would have been 23. But when he beat Sonny Liston, Ali fought guys who were tough. He fought with broken jaws. He fought these dudes that was tough as hell. That was kind of like the golden era of the heavyweight division. These guys were beasts. But you didn't even sit back and say that he's our Muhammad Ali. You got to look at the Muhammad Ali's accomplishments. What Muhammad Ali meant, not only to his people, but to the world. You see what I'm saying? How Muhammad Ali approached boxing. You see what I'm saying? How great he was inside and outside of the ring. But we're not even going to talk about outside of the ring, just inside of the ring. There's no way in the hell you would have did that back in the day with just one punch. You ain't got but one hand. You can't throw a jab. You can't fight off the back foot. You don't know how to do any of that stuff. We saw what you did against Tyson Fury. You said Tyson Fury had pillow fists, but look, he was able to stop you. He stopped you. You see what I'm saying? So, man, cut it out. I don't want to hear nothing about no glove gate. I don't want to hear nothing about no water gate. I don't want to hear nothing about no referee gate. I don't want to hear nothing about no throw the towel in when they shouldn't have gate. I don't want to hear nothing about none of that stuff. Costume gate, this gate, that gate, the other gate, baby mama gate, baby daddy gate, twerk gate, hurt gate, Blue Blood Sports TV gate, LDBC gate. I don't hear nothing about none of those gates. You got your ass whooped. But for you to sit back, Blue, and sit back and say that Beyonce Wilder would have he would have, he's greater than Ali, and he is our Muhammad Ali of today. Child to the please. Miss me with that bullshit. Other than that, guys, that was my little rant. I just had to, you know what I mean? Because I'm still fuming about this here, right? I'm still fuming about this. So I said, let me go in the lab and write some heavyweights down just off the top of my head. I didn't have to do no research on this. I just said, let me write these some heavyweights down. Because I'm 47 years old, right? I'm 47, so I'm old enough to know better. You see what I'm saying? I'm old enough to know better. I love boxing. That's my favorite sport. I work out and lift weights and stuff, but, I love boxing because I used to box. You see what I'm saying? I have family members that used to box. So I grew up in boxing. I grew up watching these fights. You see what I'm saying? So no one's going to sit back and tell. Now, these new fanboys, these new casual fans, you can tell them anything because they don't know nothing else. They don't know nothing but probably Beyonce Wilder if they follow people in the LDBC. But outside of that, then we don't even want to talk about Anthony Joshua. If you couldn't whoop Tyson Fury and you fought him twice, we know damn well you ain't going to whoop no Anthony Joshua. Anthony Joshua got way too many tools in his tool belt. So we know what Anthony Joshua's going to do. He going to catch you with the left hook. You know what I mean? He going to put that hook on you. He going to go to the body. He going to come with that right hook. You see what I'm saying? He going to come with that straight right. You know what I mean? He going to come with that left jab. Jab to the body. You see what I'm saying? Hook, uppercut. We know Anthony Joshua loved them uppercuts. He has all the tools in his tool belt. Really, he has more tools in his tool belt probably than any heavyweight that's in the heavyweight division right now. You see what I'm saying? Anthony Joshua is a complete fighter. This is why I'm telling you, Blue Blood Sports TV, since you seem like you are the representative of Beyonce Wilder, give him a call, talk to him, talk to Shelly Finkel, talk to Al Heyman, talk to JD's, talk to whoever you want to talk to, and let him know, don't mess with Andy Ruiz. I got my money on Andy, the fat boy. Other than that, guys, that's it. This is our boy George Malachi Williams, representing for New Media Today, USA, hot boxing, hot, hot. Left hook. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like the YouTube channel. Don't forget to like this video. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell icon so you'll know when I upload another video. I will be doing a live soon where I'm doing question and answering, so y'all be on the lookout for that. I will be doing a live where I'm gonna answer all questions. We're just gonna have a conversation. You know what I mean? I'm just gonna talk with everyone who's watching the video because I love you guys. I really do, man. You guys really. I started this channel December 21st of last year, and I shot my first video on boxing video December 30th of 2020. And from December 30th, 2020 until now, you know, the channel has over 1,000 subscribers. And it's all because of you guys. So I'm very grateful, I'm very humble. I promise to be the LDBC Killa. That's what I am. I'm gonna bang on them every chance I get. You know, anytime I see some falsehood or some fake stuff, it's up to me in the US to counteract that. You see what I'm saying? You know, so I like Sweet Science, my homeboy Sweet Science over there. I love his channel. I love YB, the LDBC Slayer. You know, I am New Media Today USA, the LDBC Killa. So we got the Slayer in the UK, and we got the Killa right here in the United States in Miami, Florida. You see what I'm saying? You know, I love Kurt DeVille, Counterpoints Boxing News. He keep it real. I love Showbiz Still Dope. These are some of the channels that I really, really love. I love I think it's IBFF. I love them too. I'm not sure. I could be misquoting it. But I love Bruce Vane. Bruce Vane is hilarious. So it's a couple of channels I really like. Sporting Icons. It's a couple of channels I really, really like. I'm really, really feeling. You know, I really love you guys. I want to do some, you know, some lives with you guys, some videos together. So I'm going to reach out to some of these guys. If you know how to get in contact with YB, you know, this YB Slayer, the LDBC Slayer, please guys let me know how to get in contact with him. I do want to talk to him. I do want to do something with Lady Chan. I really like her channel. And other than that, guys, peace.
Man, I'm out of here, bro. Let's go. Come on,